A billionaire watched in silence as his maid's daughter was forced to return her brother's birthday cake at the counter. But when he stepped forward, his next move stunned everyone watching. $12.50. That was the precise cost of a little boy's entire world. Standing at the busy checkout, Emily counted her crumpled bills and realized the math wouldn't work. She was short. Under the impatient gaze of the cashier and the line behind her, she had to make a cruel choice. "I'm sorry. I thought I had enough," she said with quiet dignity. Handing back the blue rocket ship cake her brother had dreamed of for months, she forced a smile to hide her crushing defeat, thinking her shame went unnoticed in the crowd. But she was wrong. Billionaire Robert Sullivan was watching from the shadows, and he was about to make a move that would change their lives forever. The price of the birthday cake was $12, but the cost of leaving it behind was heartbreaking. 12-year-old Emily stood frozen at the checkout counter, her small hand clutching a pile of crumpled bills that wasn't enough. She looked down at her little brother's hopeful face and felt the heavy weight of the world on her shoulders. The grocery store was busy for a Tuesday afternoon. People moved quickly, their carts full of food, their minds on dinner plans and work schedules. But for Emily, time seemed to slow down completely. She stared at the digital screen on the register. The red numbers did not change. $12.50. She looked down at her palm. She had carefully counted the money 3 times before they left the house. She had a $5 bill, 3 singles, and a handful of quarters and dimes she had saved from collecting recycling cans. In her head, it added up. In her head, it was enough. But now, staring at the cashier, Emily realized she had miscalculated. She was short. "Well," the cashier asked. Her name tag said Brenda. She was a woman in her 50s who looked like she had been standing on her feet for too long. She tapped her fingernails against the counter. "Do you have the rest, honey? There is a line forming behind you." Emily felt her face grow hot. She could feel the eyes of the other customers burning into her back. She looked down at her brother, Timmy. He was 7 years old today. He was holding the edge of the counter, his eyes wide and fixed on the plastic container. Inside was a vanilla cake with blue frosting and a small sugar rocket ship in the center. Timmy had been talking about the rocket ship cake for 2 months. He didn't ask for toys. He didn't ask for a party. He just wanted the cake that looked like space. "I think I have another quarter," Emily said softly. Her voice was steady, even though her stomach was twisting in knots. She dug into the pocket of her worn denim jacket. Her fingers brushed against lint and a loose button, but no money. She checked her other pocket. Empty. "I'm sorry," Emily said, looking up at Brenda. "I thought I had enough." Can we take off the candles?" Brenda sighed. It was a loud, heavy sound that made Emily shrink a little inside. "The candles are only $2. The cake is $10.50. You have $9 here." The math was simple. It was cruel, but it was simple. "Oh," Emily whispered. Timmy tugged on her sleeve. "Em, what's wrong? Can we go eat the rocket now?" Emily turned to him. She forced a smile onto her face. It was the same brave face her grandfather used to make in the old photographs on their mantle. "Hey, Timmy, you know what? I think I saw a better cake at home. A surprise cake." Timmy frowned, confused. "But I like this one." "You promised." "I know," Emily said, kneeling down so she was eye level with him. She ignored the impatient shuffling of feet behind her. "But plans change, soldier. Remember what Grandpa used to say? A good soldier adapts." Timmy straightened his posture slightly at the mention of Grandpa. "Okay, I adapt." Emily stood up and looked at the cashier. She pushed the money back into her pocket with dignity. "We will not be taking the cake today. I apologize for the inconvenience." "Fine," Brenda muttered. She shoved the cake to the side near the bag of returned items. Next, Emily took Timmy's hand. She walked past the line of people. She kept her head high, staring straight ahead. She did not want anyone to see her eyes watering. She did not want their pity. She was a miller, and millers did not beg. Near the magazine rack, a man in a charcoal gray coat watched the entire scene. Robert Sullivan was 70 years old. He was a man who owned skyscrapers, shipping fleets, and more land than he could walk in a lifetime. He was known in the business world as a shark, a man of iron will. But today, he was just an old man buying a newspaper and a bottle of water. He stood perfectly still, his sharp blue eyes following the girl and the boy. He knew that girl. He didn't know her name. Not exactly, but he knew her face. She was the daughter of Susan, one of the maids who cleaned his penthouse suite on Thursdays. Susan was a quiet,